where did you find that inner strength?
I would say, Lord, we about to do some things that I never thought I'd have to do. And surely, if you're not with me, I can't do it. Like, who's going to check me?
Right.
And sometimes if people set goals and they don't attach it to the why,
Yeah.
it's easy to quit.
Well, even as in our faith journey, if we want to get in the perfect will of God,
Yes.
it's going to take discipline and consistency.
You know how much wisdom you have at 60? You know how much nonsense you don't want to take at 60? Let's go. This is your time. What's holding you back?
Welcome back to another powerful podcast. I'm your host, Henry Fernandez, and we're kicking off our brand new mini-series highlighting women in business. And when you think of trailblazers in this space, I know we had to bring this pioneer on the podcast today. She has been with us before, and every time she joins us, you, our audience, respond in such a powerful way to her insight. So to launch this series, we are honored to sit down with the incredibly Dr. Traci Lynn, a woman who has not only built several businesses, successful businesses, by the way, but is now redefining what it means to step into a new season of life with strength, vision, and purpose. Trust me, you're going to love this today. So before we dive into this amazing conversation, we're going to take a quick break, so don't go anywhere. You are going to want to hear every word of what she has to say. Be back in a moment.
Hey everybody, it's Fred. And if you're loving our content and it's impacting your life, the best way to support the Henry Fernandez podcast is by subscribing. So pause right now and click that subscribe button. While you're there, hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We're on our way to 100,000 subscribers. So share this with your friends and family and tell them to do the exact same. We're airing episodes weekly, every Tuesday, and you can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
So, Dr. Lynn, welcome to the podcast.
Well, welcome. I'm glad to be back. I always feel welcome here.
Wonderful.
Sitting with you.
The fact that you're back simply means you did well the first time.
The first couple of times.
Yes, right. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, usually we'll bring you in the studio, you'll be dressed up as a businesswoman, and so forth, the CEO of a company. Today you just walked in, like them teenagers.
Yes, right from the gym.
I know, right? And speaking of gym, all right, let's get right into this. You have accomplished so much things in business, and now you're stepping into an entire new journey at your age in fitness. And when I heard that, in fact, your husband was the one who actually kind of told me, he said, oh, Traci's doing this now and so forth. And I'm saying, what is Dr. Lynn up to next? Fitness.
Right.
First of all, you got all of these stuff here, because I want the viewers, the real ones, to understand that no matter what age you are, you can achieve. And she's got all of these medals out here. First, tell us, what are these?
Those are medals, because for me, I always have to define a why and what I'm going to when I establish a new goal. So when I went into the gym, my original why was not to shrink anymore, because I had been shrinking every 2 years in bone density. So the doctor said, you got to add some weight-bearing training so that you don't shrink. And I have a gym in my house. So the problem is, when I do it at home, I'm not going above so many reps, and I ain't going up in weight. And then my whole thing is like, who's going to check me?
Right.
So anybody going to check me at home?
He's not going to do it.
He ain't going to do it. So it's like, who's going to check me? So nobody's going to check me. And I had to realize, after 2 years, I went back again. They said, you're shrinking more. I said, enough is enough. I got to hold on to my 5'4". I want to stay 5'4". So I started looking into the gym. And I also, when you've accomplished a lot of great goals the Lord has given you, there was one thing that was a secret desire of my heart, and it was bodybuilding.
Oh, really?
Secret desire
Wow.
for years. I never told anybody, but CB would know it. We'd be out traveling on cruises. I would always be in the gym. I don't know why after I tore them buffets down, but I'd be in the gym, and it was always some girls with strong arms and all of this, and I always wanted to take a picture. They didn't really want to take a picture with me. And so I'd be forcing them to take a picture. And so one time I looked at the picture, like this girl's face, her eyes were in her head, and I said, no, why am I trying to just take the picture instead of being the one that I'm looking for in that picture? I'm looking at her. Why not look back at me? And that was a secret desire for years. I'm talking 20 years.
Wow.
I've been reading about it, just doing little things. I hired a trainer back in the day, but never committed to the meal. So, but it was always in my heart. And I said, Lord, I'm ready. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to go all the way. So hence, once I went into the gym, got going, I needed a goal because them weights were heavy. And the first day when I got a trainer and they made me do lunges up and down with some weights, I promise you, I called on the name of the Lord. I was loud, and I was like, Jesus, I want to do it. Help me, Jesus. Right. I mean, it was like that.
Right.
And I knew I needed to attach it to a why. And sometimes if people set goals and they don't attach it to the why,
yeah,
it's easy to quit.
Right.
And I know me. I know I'm determined. I know I'm disciplined, but I need to know why. So my why was, okay, I'm starting in February at this point, at this weight, but the coach said by September, we're gonna go on stage. Now I didn't know nothing about no stage, no different classes on the stage, but that was the goal. And I ate the food right. I went on a cruise with some friends, and the coach told me, she said, I know you're gonna gain some weight on the cruise. Everybody comes back 5 pounds. I said, no. I'm not gonna gain 1 pound. Give me some ways to eat. And she actually gave me a meal plan to eat on the cruise. And I did. I took my own shakes, I took my own bar, and I went on this brand new ship. They had everything there. And I worked out every day. All the treadmills were taken up except for the Stairmaster. I want to know why nobody wanted to touch the Stairmaster. So I knew it had to be something to the Stairmaster. So I started on the Stairmaster. To this day, it's my favorite. I have a Stairmaster in my house now as a result of me loving the Stairmaster, which is the body fat slayer, I've learned over time. And I went back and had a weigh-in. After the cruise, I lost 1 pound. So
that's after the cruise.
That's after the cruise.
You didn't gain.
I did not gain.
Right. But stick a pin here. I know real ones are watching, you're listening. And you talked about how it takes a lot of courage and discipline.
Yes.
You know, because you've just exemplified discipline to the highest.
Yes.
To do that.
Yeah.
But someone watching may be saying, but I've tried to discipline myself to lose the weight or to tone up, whatever. But the struggle is to be consistent going to the gym.
Right.
Number one, because it's a lot. I can tell you, I work out, I have a gym membership. I would lie to you if I tell you I go to the gym consistently 5 days a week. Apart from your schedule, because sometimes it's not just schedule.
Right.
So the question I think I want to ask, it's where did you find that inner strength from?
Yeah. And again, because at this time we set a goal. And I really did want to get to this stage in September. And I know me. I've lived with me for 60 years.
Wow.
So I know me. I know in order for me to do it, I'm gonna have to do some other things, like get a trainer. So now I have accountability.
The accountability part.
That's the piece people miss.
Yes, right.
So if you
try to go to the gym by them, like me, I don't need no trainer.
Right. I'm gonna go by like what I said happened to me in the house. Who's gonna check me? Ain't nobody there. I don't have to report to anybody. No, I needed accountability. I know me. So I needed accountability. I needed a meal plan. I'm not gonna diet on my own because now I need to weigh out my food. Absolutely.
That's hard. Because you know, I see some of the stuff that you've been eating, and I'm like, how do you, come on, man, you pass all the nice restaurants, and your husband, you know, I know he can cook, and you know, you could cook, but why didn't you fall into temptation to going back and bite piece of that chicken?
Because it was too hard. I had a dinner for some people. I had a dinner and a lunch, and I made the best tasting sweets, and I never touched it.
Don't tell me that.
I did. I made this banana pudding. It's called Slap Your Mama banana pudding. Everybody wanted to slap somebody when they take, and I didn't touch the icing. I already knew what it tastes like, but I didn't want to excite the taste buds, because once I woke them up, how could I stop them? I come too far. I was at 38% body fat. I didn't even know what none of that meant. And then I had to get all the way down to 8% to compete on a stage. I wasn't going to mess that up. It took too much work, too much cardio on that crazy machine, that Stairmaster, to get there. And I'm doing 2 hours of cardio a day to bring that body fat. No, and I'm in the gym for 3 hours. On top of my 3 hours, from 9 to 12. It's a job. My phone says it's a job.
Soul and all that is within me.
Oh, that's it. It tells me it's going to take you 25 minutes to get to work today. That's what it calls it on my phone. So take this route to get to work, because it was a work commitment.
Right, because you knew where you wanted to be.
I knew where I wanted to be.
Isn't that so true, even as in our faith journey, that if we want to get in the perfect will of God, it's going to take discipline and consistency to do that. And you have literally demonstrated that you're telling me your diet and how many hours you stay in the gym and so forth. So here's the question I want to ask you. Was there ever a moment that you hesitated and felt like, I can't do this?
Yes, many of those moments.
What got you through that?
Well, I was on a treadmill before the workout, because you have to warm up at least 10 minutes. And I was saying, my body fat's not coming down. And I'm spending all this time, and I'm eating all this food, and it's expensive, and I got to prepare it myself because I can't have salt products. So I've had to change my entire diet, and it didn't seem as it was working. And I felt myself talking myself up into some tears, and I felt like I was going to say, I'm not doing it. And somebody came right on the treadmill and said, hey, did I ever tell you how much I admire you? I see you here at least 4 days a week, and you are putting in, you're here before me, and you still here when I leave. I cannot tell you what a difference it makes to see you. Boy, my tears went away.
You needed that in that?
I needed that in that moment, and that was my push. So the Lord would send me exactly what I needed, and I would pray. Before I would say, Lord, we about to do these legs today, and I got to lift heavy. Now, I got to do some things that I never thought I'd have to do. And surely, if you're not with me, I can't do it. And I would pray, because I would have to do things that I never did before. I never did any of this stuff before, and pushing all that weight on them plates. But I was excited to do it, but I knew I couldn't do it without them.
What would you say to people who, at 60, I can't do all of that stuff, man. I'll leave that for young people and so forth. What would you say to them?
Well, I'm talking to the ladies right now. If you don't want them auntie arms, and I ain't gonna say no more. So I can tell you that as one who had the auntie arms.
Oh my goodness!
And I would make my muscle on the top, and then my husband, my son would come and slap the bottom. I didn't like it, and I got him for it.
Oh my goodness!
But the truth is, if I wanted to change, I wanted shoulders, I wanted muscles, I wanted to make those changes, then that's what I was gonna have to do. I had to do what I had to do to get it.
Regardless of your age.
What is age? And now I'm aging in reverse. That Benjamin Button anointing on me. Going back in the years. And I had to go for an appointment yesterday, and the nurse said, he said, you know what? I'm 6 years younger than you, but I look 12 years older than you. And he was right. And he said, and I ain't gonna do nothing about it. I was like, all righty then. All right. And even the doctor said, I just can't get over your age. You look so good. And even at one of my shows, I did an international show, my first national, because I've been tearing it up. My first show, I didn't do good. Right here, that was my first one.
That's your first one.
Have
Okay.
mercy, I wanted
But
to
you
get
got a
off.
medal.
But I got 3 medals actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got
Really?
3. My first show didn't come in first place. That one is my national. I just did that a couple weeks ago.
Look at this,
and I
guys.
came in 3rd place out of 11 ladies who have been doing this for at least 20 years. And I was a 1 year in.
Wow.
And I was top 5, and I got 3rd place. And I didn't go there for 3rd place. I went to win. However,
Right? You'll take it.
I'll take it. You know why? Because a lot of times we don't challenge ourselves outside. The rest of them was local. I was winning all the local shows. I mean, in less than 8 months, I had accumulated 12 medals, 14 medals, because I was winning the local shows. So now I had to go to the big fish pond.
Right.
And be willing to go. And when I looked around that room, I said, welcome to the winner's circle.
Wow.
We're all winners here, because they were all the winners.
Right, right.
And so I had to go up against them.
Right.
So I'm going back. So now I have to put on more muscle. I already know what's required. I already talked to the coach. And then we've got a game plan. So people don't plan. They need a coach. They need the meal plan, and they need to stick to it.
Right. Now, you know, let's do something different here.
Yeah.
You were definitely a successful businesswoman,
Yes.
managing several businesses. And you are good at it.
Yeah.
Not were, you are good at it
Yes.
to this day. Help us balance this, because people are watching and people have a tendency, I'll only stick to what I'm good at.
Yeah.
If it's business, I'm not going to do everything.
Yeah.
But I've discovered that you're a person who will take on multiple challenges. What led you from the passion for business to now the passion of fitness?
Because I even see the business in that. I see the skills. So what I was passionate about may not necessarily, I do like fashion and jewelry, so I was passionate about that. But I'm passionate about achieving the goal, doing what it takes.
Whatever the goal is.
Whatever the goal is.
Good.
And going from nothing to making something happen. I miss that. So yeah, I can do that. I do. I mentor people all day and night. And I'm gonna tell you what I discovered, even in mentoring, that people can start, it's hard for them to finish.
Say that again.
Yeah, people will start,
But
but it's hard for them to finish. They get so distracted on so many different things when it takes extreme focus. Now, everybody wants the success they see I've had.
Right, right.
They want that money, but they're not willing to do what it takes. And that is the hard thing, even for me as a mentor, because it's hard for me to find the students that are willing to do.
They want quick fixes.
They want quick fixes,
Quick fixes.
and they won't stay.
And isn't it true, not only they want quick fixes, but sometimes they look at your success and pretty much just want you to hand them your success.
Well, let me tell you this, and this is why I love bodybuilding also, because it helped me understand how to even relate to people.
Wow.
So even better, because when you've had certain level of success, I'm high level coming to you at everything, but having to start from here, I can come with a different approach. And what I've learned is that I've got one of the winningest coaches in the industry. And as much as she knows, she can't just give it to me to get it. I got to go through the process. I got to still build. But what she can do is help collapse the curve. She can't remove the curve. And people want, when they come in for coaching, they want someone to remove all the curve, all the barriers.
Do the work for them.
Do the work. They want what they call done for you, instead of you doing it. If I could just get into the heads, because I've met some amazing dynamic people. And if they could just let me get in there and help them, but they tap out, just like they do at the gym. Once they have birthday goals, a lot of the ladies have got birthday goals. So the birthday come and they didn't slim down, or they wear their faja, which is the tightener of the waist, and get the look of the birthday goal, they tap out. They out.
Right.
They ain't trying to do all that. They
Right.
ain't trying to take no 35 pounds and doing arm press and all of that. Anybody doing all that?
Right.
The short version, the short goal. And there are some, God has gifted some people, Bishop, with some business, some abilities, but they won't develop.
Right.
Because it's called process.
Right.
And we've got to walk that thing
Right,
out.
right, right.
Where no one's going to do it for you. And if they tell you they are, it ain't true.
Well, you see, you're a person who have demonstrated yourself over the years that, you know, if people really hear your story
Yes.
from your humble beginnings
Yes.
and over the years, what you had to do to gain all your successes and now into fitness, that you had to go through the process.
Yes.
There was a price that you had to pay,
Yes.
right? And so we have people who watching us today, listening to us. There's a generation that I believe don't really understand the process.
Yes, it's very true.
They are so focused on the destination,
Yes.
the outcome. This is what I want. These are the successes I need.
Yes.
And they're not willing to put themselves in a position to be disciplined, to be trained, to learn the mistakes along the way. Because I'm quite sure there were several mistakes you learned in your business and even in weightlifting.
You better believe it. Absolutely. I had a call this morning with my coach, and the plan we used last year is not going to be the same plan we can use to get me where I need to be for next year. And we both had to come to that because I learned some things about my body. I learned some things about cardio and myself. So I'm always learning, and that's a key. I love to learn, and I love a challenge. And God opened the door for me to get the secret desires of my heart. I was going through.
You see, but what's getting me though, and I hope the listeners are really understand what I'm trying to zoom in on here. You don't have to do this.
No. I got to pay to do it.
Plus, you got to pay to do it, right?
Yes.
You don't have to do this. Yet, you just said something that really struck a chord with me. You like to learn.
Love it.
And isn't it true that these are some of the things our society, not just the millennials, but our society in a whole today that we're missing? It's the ability and the hunger to learn.
Yes.
It's just quick fixes. We want things, and when we don't get it, we blame God. Yeah. Well, you know, God must not love me, or he just wants to punish me, when sometimes he'll put you in a situation to learn, like you.
Yes.
Again, you didn't have to do this.
No.
But you're saying, okay, I want to learn this. This is a passion for 20 years.
Yep.
So many times we have passions to do things,
Right.
and then God opens a door for us to find the process to get it done,
Yes.
but we don't want to learn.
Because it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's not going to be easy. I called a friend of mine who's an AI queen, and I had some questions, and she said, I'm going to enroll you in my courses. You don't have to pay the fees. I'm going to put you in 3 of my courses. And I went through them. I went to the boot camps. I did it. So I understand AI now at a whole different level. I had to learn it. And I had to make the time. I don't have the time. I don't have time. I'm doing this. I don't have the time.
Yet still we want the result.
Right. Make the time.
Wow.
My grandmother used to always tell me that. You make the time. Find it, because you got it. It's somewhere.
Wow.
So get it.
Wow. So, all right, you're doing the bodybuilding now and so forth. What's your highest goal?
I really want to get my pro card in that. And I want to, because all of a sudden, TV stations, Dallas called me and asked me to be on their Good Morning show because of my age.
Right.
And what I'm doing. So I'm now thinking how I'm going to use this, and even in some way in business. So I'm not even sure, but opportunities are starting to present.
The opportunities are coming.
Yes.
So what would you say to a woman who's watching or listening? She's in her 60s, 70s, and just think that I just need to take in my grandbabies if I have any, and retire, but to go into fitness or to business, that's for the young people. What would you say to them?
I'm saying to her, just like I said to someone who wrote me that same question.
Oh, really?
Exact same question on social media.
Oh, wow.
And I responded to her.
Now tell us what you responded.
What I told her was, she was saying the 60th birthday is coming. She really wanted to get in shape. She can't seem motivated to go to the gym. Her food, her diet, she starts a diet, she ends a diet. And I told her, first of all, it's not too late. Set the plan in motion now. Know who you are. If you need a trainer, if you need, okay, you don't want to do one-on-one, then you do group. Why? We can fly further together. I do group training now because we can push each other to a whole nother level. Get training, get a meal plan, get accountability. So that goes up to the top, and be consistent for the goal. Know your why. What is it? I want to turn 60. I want to turn back the clock. 60, let me tell you, you know how much wisdom you have at 60? You know how much nonsense you don't want to take at 60? And then we say, oh, but you know, the menopause has got me. I can't do it because you know Listen, thank God you threw all that. Let's go. This is your time. What's holding you back?
Wow.
This is your time.
I love it.
And there is nothing, because you don't even really care about the opinions of other folks telling you what you can't do the way you used to. It's your time. Start that business. Get into the gym. Get strong on them auntie arms. Come on. Let's go together. You can still do it. Absolutely.
Wow. We're going to close this.
Okay.
We're going to close this. But I got to tell you, I think I got inspired, from the day your husband told me what you were doing, and to have you on the podcast today. You've been truly an inspiration, not just in business, but just in life coaching. Yes. And, you do that also where you coach people. And I wish you all the best. Here at Henry Fernandez Podcast. We want you to know that we're behind you 100%.
Always been.
And it's good. We're commanded to take care of the temple.
That's right.
People will say, well, back in the days, the men and women of the Bible didn't have to do all of the exercise that we do and so forth, because obviously the environment was different. They didn't eat half the stuff we're eating today. Yep. And just the air and the environment is completely different. Yep. And because of that, we're supposed to be good stewards of the body. Yes. And you're doing exactly that. Yes. And we're praying for you. Wish you all the success. More.
Yes.
Of these
more
awards and so forth. But, it's a lot, my friends. I tell you, I really appreciate Dr. Lynn, and what an amazing conversation I had with her today. Her story reminds us that faith, determination, and courage can completely change the trajectory of our lives at any age. 60. She's looking good, man. So let's not procrastinate or walk in fear or be bothered by the opinions of others and allow that to hold you back. The time to step into your purpose, like Dr. Lynn, is absolutely right now. Thank you so much for sticking with us. As you tune in to today's episode, please make sure you share your comments with us, and subscribe. And also, if you'd like to donate anything, great or small, the given information is right there on your screen. Help us out to make sure that we can produce more good content to the society, and tell somebody again about what we are doing. We love you. And on the behalf of Dr. Lynn and I, we're out. See you next time.
Thank you. Thank you.